In the annals of history, a name echoes through time as one of the greatest. But what made this young Macedonian king, who lived over 2,000 years ago, so legendary? Could he really be considered the greatest general in history? Alexander the Great, the greatest general. Born in 356 BCE, Alexander was destined for greatness. His father, King Philip II of Macedonia, was already transforming their small kingdom into a powerful force. But young Alexander, he had a fire in his heart, a desire to not just rule, but to conquer. From an early age, Alexander was groomed for greatness. He had the legendary philosopher Aristotle as his tutor, who taught him about philosophy, science, and the arts. But it wasn't just book smarts. Alexander was trained in the ways of war from the start, watching his father lead armies and learning the art of command. In 336 BCE, tragedy struck. King Philip was assassinated, and at just 20 years old, Alexander became king. But he wasn't just satisfied ruling Macedonia. His ambitions were limitless. He saw himself as a new Achilles, destined to conquer the known world. To secure his power, Alexander crushed rebellions and solidified his control over Greece, but his true ambition lay eastward, across the Aegean Sea in the vast Persian Empire. In 334 BCE, with an army of only about 40,000 men, Alexander crossed into Asia Minor and took on the might of the Persian Empire. His first battle was at the Granicus River, where he charged directly into Persian lines, leading his troops by example. With fierce determination, Alexander's army emerged victorious. His charisma and courage inspired loyalty from his men, and his tactical genius overwhelmed his enemies. And this was just the beginning. Alexander's tactical brilliance became legendary, with victories at the battles of Issus and Gaugamela, each against larger and better-equipped Persian forces. His strategy, mobility, relentless speed, and an unmatched ability to adapt on the battlefield. Alexander pushed further and further, reaching all the way to the edges of India. But his ambition came at a cost. His soldiers were exhausted, fighting in strange lands with hostile climates and dangerous enemies. Finally, they refused to go any further. He had conquered more land than anyone in history before him, but even Alexander couldn't conquer the hearts of his weary men. Reluctantly, he turned back. When he returned to Babylon, Alexander had nearly achieved the impossible. His empire stretched from Greece to Egypt to India, a blend of cultures, languages, and ideas. But his dream of ruling it all didn't last. Alexander fell ill and died suddenly in 323 BCE at just 32 years old. Though he was gone, his impact remained. His conquests spread Greek culture and ideas across 3 continents, shaping the world in ways he could never have imagined. Cities he founded, like Alexandria, became centers of learning and trade for centuries. So, was Alexander the greatest general in history? His tactics, charisma, and sheer ambition were unmatched, and his legacy lives on. But what do you think? Was he truly the greatest? Or is there another who deserves that title? Comment below with your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to catch more deep dives into the lives of history's most fascinating figures. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring the past. It shapes our future.